My background starts in Greensboro, North Carolina. That's where I was born and moved to New York for several years. My father was a bodyguard for Malcolm X, and after he was assassinated, we moved from New York back down to North Carolina. I grew up there, going to school and playing sports. Football became the greatest love of my life. Um, I played all different kind of sports, baseball, basketball, ran track. I was always active in sports, but football became the passion, the love of my life, and I received a full scholarship at the University of Colorado after being recruited by major colleges throughout America. Started as a 4-year running back at the University of Colorado and was drafted by the New York Football Giants, became a running back there. Was fortunate to be a part of 2 world championship teams. 1987, beating the Denver Broncos. 1991, beating the Buffalo Bills. Went on to play for the Cleveland Browns, and my career ended at that point.
Tell me, how did you get in touch with Chuck-Mound?
Chuck-Mound was Chuck-Mound actually came to my attention because of his training and preparing athletes. I've always had a respect for athletes preparing themselves and determining their life to excellence. And I heard about Chuck-Mound being in the community. He went to Rutgers University. He was working with young people in this community of Morris County. And our paths crossed at one point, and we began to work together. And we began to envision young people's lives as a portrait of a champion, to develop themselves not only in one particular sport, but for every part of how they're made, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And right now, this is the hope that we have for the future generation of this country called America.
Just double check. Tell me why you believe in the quote-unquote Chuck-Mound system and why.
I believe in the Chuck-Mound system because preparation is so vital in young people's opportunity to become, as I mentioned earlier, the future for this country. I think that that these young people are not history in the making, but they are future in the making. And as young people right now preparing themselves with the different types of performance skills, all the different exercises, the consistency of working out every week, it is just invaluable. I've always believed in the work ethic, that working, actually hoping into your heart those qualities that when the real show is on, when the real game comes, whatever you put into your heart, training, and whether it's lifting weights, whether it's running, and preparing your body to respond in situations, that's the real hope. And that's what's going to come out of your heart when it's showtime.
Tell me about the difference between the competition. Let me try this again. Tell me the difference between growing up when you grew up to prepare yourself for sports and now. A lot more competitive now, and how vital is the Chuck-Mound system for that since it's so competitive now?
There is a difference of when I was growing up and compared to the athletes of today, no doubt about it. The difference is not necessarily competitiveness, but the difference is in talent and ability. Young people today are very, very talented. They have abilities that surpass when I was growing up. And so there is a competitiveness that comes about from that. And so it is important to prepare yourself to work hard, to develop the skills and the abilities that you do have. Because when the game time comes, at that point, your development of skills and abilities and how bad you want it will determine the outcome.
Who would you recommend the Chuck-Mound system to?
I would recommend the Chuck-Mound system primarily to leaders, to young people who really have a dream of excellence. I don't recommend it just for anybody, just because somebody's doing it. And hey, this Chuck-Mound thing is a good thing. Let's everybody do it. No, I don't recommend that to everyone whatsoever. I recommend it to the leaders, to the individuals who have big dreams. They want to work hard. They want to pay the price. That's who should do the Chuck-Mound system.
Talk about some of the exercises and so on he does. How does it compare to what you did to prepare in your pro football endeavors?
What type of exercises are available in the Chuck-Mound system compared to when I play ball? It's different. We did not have the opportunity to know.
Start that
Yeah,
thought
let
again.
me do it
And
again.
if you
Yeah.
want to start again, no problem.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Not a problem at all.
Yeah.
You're doing-
That's a good question. I never really thought about
so
that.
you're like, oh. Is what's being done today very similar to what you did in the pros? Are there some similarities?
There are some similarities of what's being done today compared to what was being done when I was coming along in sports. The similarities are lifting weights and conditioning. But today, what is different is outright performance training, specific skills that develop every aspect of the physical human body, and not only that, but the mind, and also the emotional preparation for the competitiveness. So the performance skills is a whole different ball game. It is really the difference that enables young people today, young athletes today, to be prepared and to be ready to do what they got to do.
Talk about how what Chuck is doing here, how it can help you mentally, and how can this Chuck-Mound system help the confidence level and the mental level?
How can the Chuck-Mound system help the confidence level and the mental ability? In so many ways. This type of exercises, these performance skills, give young people who come here and consistently do it a tremendous amount of confidence. When you come here and do the things that your friends are not doing because your friends are at home looking at video games and they're just eating food and doing whatever they feel like doing, but when you come here to train. This is like saying, coming to my crib if I was on MTV Cribs or BT How I'm Living. It's like coming to my mansion. These young people here, they can tell their friends, come into my workout gym. Okay, come and see how I'm preparing for my career in sports. All right, come and see what I do. Come and see my workout skills. Okay, see how hard this is. Come and see what it takes. Okay, so it's a wonderful arena to prepare. And as far as the mental aspect, it's a powerful tool to develop the mind. And as far as how you think, as far as how you think in situations, right here is where it starts. Right here, developing those mental abilities. It's a wonderful way to do it.
Now, your son goes here. I'm not sure how long he's been coming, but maybe you can just let us know. And have you seen a difference? What have you seen the difference in him?
Well, my son has a lot of natural abilities and natural talent, and I think that what's going to be transformed is his mental ability and his spiritual and his physical ability. And that's what's important, because he has everything else. And a lot of the kids who come here have it. They have a lot of natural talent and ability. But when you come here, you begin to work out again in your mental and your emotional areas and your spiritual areas, and it ties it all together. I think that my son is going to have a strength, and he's going to be able to see things differently because he came here and he paid the price.
Can you just give me a way to end?
Do it.
You got it.
If you want to go big time, the Chuck-Mound system is the way to determine a portrait of a champion.
Good. Let's use, if you want to take it to the next level, since that's his kind of
Yes.
slogan. All right?
If you want to take it to the next level, the big time, the Chuck-Mound system is the way to go.